Good evening, and welcome to another morose and somber episode of Diatribes from the Voice of Doom. Now here's your melancholy and befuddled host with a guest star, Voice of Doom. Evening, everybody. I wasn't going to do anything today, and I'm not going to continue with the history of a religion because I have a little intermezzo. Because when I said the conflagration is coming, I didn't realize that it would be coming on the fringes first. And it wouldn't come all at once. And I was befuddled by the news that a friend of mine that I've worked with, that is a family man and has 5 kids and a good job, and he had COVID a few months ago and then got over it and liked to play golf and had a wife and 5 kids, decided to kill himself. And it befuddled me. And I became, how would you say, suspicious, because it didn't make sense. And I'm trying to make sense of it because I just learned of it a few hours ago, but I decided to have a guest star with my show today for the first time in history, which will be probably documented for years to come when you analyze and dissect all my diatribes. My son, Maximilian. So, come on over. What do you think about just the state of the world, or the sudden departure of our friend under strange circumstances?
Well, the way I see it, Pops, and thank you for letting me be on the show. Um, the way I see it is number one, a 43-year-old man, who, what I heard from a coworker of mine, a really good fellow, told me, Michael, who has known Jeremy, which is the guy who um, committed suicide or whatever. I was just in shock, just like, oh my god, I had COVID too, mild COVID, I couldn't smell, taste, slowly getting it back, and thank you God for that, by the way, and I thank my karma, and I am I'm lucky to be, I'm blessed to be alive and, breathing, but the way I see it is like a man this age, 43, like, he did have COVID. He had the flu. He couldn't go to work. Yeah, I had to be out for a week too, but the way I see it, like, I'm just, like, completely in shock. It's like, what's going on here? It's like, what's happening with the world? And,
So do you
yeah.
think that this episode could be more of a symptom of the madness that's going on in the world with, say, the Afghanistan situation, or perhaps the border where everybody's coming in without being vaccinated, and then they're trying to lay down the law with us about vaccinations?
Well, personally, I would say yes, with the Afghanistan war ending and all these troops coming into the country, like, vaccinated or unvaccinated, doesn't matter. The point is that um we're getting people from who have COVID left and right, and it's spreading from us. It's spreading to us all over the place. Like, and I would say, Mr. Joe Biden, our president of the United States, thank you very much. Hello, Joe. Nice to meet you. All I gotta say, Mr. Joe Biden, is you've done nothing but no good. I mean, sorry to say that. Personally, as a human being, if I knew you as just a regular human being and not as a vice president or president, which Mr. Mark Levin said on his show a couple months ago, is nothing but disaster. Sorry, but that's what you've been doing, and I gotta say, I feel bad for these kids who have to wear masks. We have to go back to masks again, and we have to, that's pretty much it. And personally, the way I see it is like, why do we have to wear masks when it's like, oh, not many people have been vaccinated. Okay, we're going back to masks. Mr. Governor Steve Sisolak, yeah, this is coming to you. This is your decision. You're the governor. You decided to do this. We had an option to wear masks or not. And then it's October. We had Oktoberfest at my place at Fandango. And then most of those people weren't even wearing masks. So it's like, what is this all about? It's like us in the casino as bartenders, barbacks, this or that. It's like, according to the,
Powers that be.
it's, whatever it is. Just forgot it.
Making the rules.
Yeah.
They tell you to wear masks.
Yeah, it's like, come
casino,
on.
When you don't have to wear masks.
It's gaming. It's a gaming regulation. It's like, come on.
Yeah, right.
In casinos, it's like, I go to a gas station, I go to a grocery store, it's like half the people aren't even wearing masks. It's like, what's this all about? It makes no sense.
Casinos, obviously, right?
Personally,
they want people to not gamble their money.
They don't want people. They want to shut down the casinos, and
yep.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what else to say, but I'm just sick of the world. I'm upset. We're all upset. We had a good friend who was a really great bartender, and he's trained me. He's taught me how to do stuff. When I started bar backing and bartending, but world's just not going too well. And then when we see a person with 3 or 5 kids and a wife, it's terrible. And yeah, I'd say if you want to read up on my vlogs on my YouTube channel, Maximilian Miller is the name.
A little plug right in there.
Go to Sean Hannity and Mark Levin, and I hear this every night. Listen to what Mr. Joe Biden is doing to our country, and listen to what Mark Levin has to say and Sean Hannity. Because I agree what Mark Levin says is exactly correct. And all I gotta say, once again, is it is what it is. The world is,
chaos, madness,
chaos, yeah.
Catastrophe.
I mean, I lost my mother December 12th, so it's practically 10 months now. And every day, I know her spirit's still with me. She's up there in heaven watching me. Every time I dream about her, it's about something good. Like, Max, you've been a good boy. You haven't been, partying out too much. Okay. I'm going to give you a nice dream. Or, I'm going to give you, if you've been drinking too much, Max, I'm going to haunt you in your dreams. And I'm going to say, you stop the drinking. I do drink because, yes, I'm under a lot of stress. I got dues. I got debts. I'm a young man. I'm a 25-year-old man, and I bar back and bartend, and I work Capriati's, 2 jobs. I work, I work my ass off trying to pay my father, trying to pay my brother, trying to, make all these payments. And, I feel like I do deserve to have a drink in me to help me out. So, I know it sounds stupid, and it's like, yeah, everyone's saying, Max, you shouldn't drink and drive. You really be drinking. It's like, you know. But I do what's right for me. I don't let people tell me what to do. I'm my boss, not them. Simple as that. I'm under stress, and they're under stress too, I can tell. Everyone from my job, everyone in general, they're under a lot of stress. I can feel it in their energy. And, yeah. We just do what's right for us, and simple as that. And, yeah. Alright, Dad, back to you.
Well, there's raw primordial feeling for you right there from the core, and I think if you read between the lines, you'll see a lot of truth. And I was happy to have my guest star, Maximilian Miller, fruit of my loins, and proud of him. He's going to go far. And this was kind of a different show, but I think you should enjoy it because I think you should learn a lot if you really listen. And I'm sorry that somebody shouldn't have taken his own life with so much responsibility, but I'm going to get to the bottom of it because if you look at my diatribes, I don't let mysteries go by without figuring out what's going on. And I don't believe this, so I'm going to get to the bottom of it, and we're going to find out what happened. And it's a melancholy and somber diatribe, but I was happy to have my first guest star, and it'll be history in the making. So, have a good night, and thanks.